If you're looking for a cruise line that's more boutique hotel than it is buffet line, then Virgin Voyages may be for you. I'll have to admit, I was wondering, am I just too old? Am I too boring? Am I the right fit for Virgin? And after a full week on board my first Virgin cruise recently, I can tell you that it's a match. I had a great time on my Virgin Voyages cruise, and I think you will too. We were on the Resilient Lady. Every Virgin Voyages ship looks about the same because they've got the same designer, same main plan. The ship had a modern boutique hotel-like feel. The cabins, the beds were lower to the ground, minimalistic. You had a carafe of water in the cabin. Your iPad controlled everything from the TV, the lights, to the shades. It was great. Even you could set mood lighting up with the touch of a button. And on the balcony, you had your signature red hammock that we really, truly enjoyed. And I don't know why every cruise line doesn't have hammocks on board. As far as the food, it was wonderful. There are over 20 places you can grab something to eat on Virgin Voyages, and it's all included in your fare. We loved Extra Virgin, the Italian themed restaurant, and the Mexican cuisine at the Pink Agave. And you have to try After Hours at Pink Agave. They lower the lights, they bring in the live music, and even a complimentary tequila shot for everyone to enjoy. After Hours at Pink Agave, don't miss it. The crew on board Virgin Voyages is not your typical cruise staff. Virgin allows their crew to mingle with the guests. So their guest-facing crew, you may see them at the bar, you may see them walking around the ship when they're not on duty. Even when they are, it feels more relaxed. There's not one cruise director on board for you to get to know. There's actually 12 entertainers and artists they call the Happenings cast. These guys all have a certain forte, whether it's the gaming or the music or the shows and entertainment or the art. Everybody has a sort of a focus, but they all come together to make your cruise amazing, and for you to be entertained and to always have something going on. The welcome party with free champagne flowing, the PJ party with everyone in pajamas, whether it's lace or flannel or themed costumes. And then when they change the entire ship to turn red on Scarlett Night, that's really unforgettable. All the entertainment was just really different. The shows on Virgin Voyages are also very unique. They're not something where you just expect to go sit down in a theater for 45 minutes to watch something that's been prepared for you. It sort of feels like you're right there in it. And like Lola's Library, it's a very intimate setting on Resilient Lady, or you might walk into a theater and there's no seats. I'll have to admit, what's going on here? I'm gonna have to stand up for an hour. I started really having my doubts, but an hour later I was ready for more. The shows were all around and very immersive. And then you also have a diva on board. So what can be better with Bingo with the Diva? You've got to check it out. They make sure that you're entertained and that it's different from what anyone would be used to on a traditional cruise line. So Craig, I can't go on Virgin Voyages because they're always more expensive than the other cruise lines. I've heard it and I've seen it, and now I want to let you know why. Because with Virgin Voyages, you're getting some things that the traditional cruise lines are going to charge you for, but they're including this in your fare. So you're going to get all your food, and this includes the 20 plus venues they have to order food. So there is really no specialty dining. You get it all on Virgin Voyages. You get your food. You get your drinks, your basic beverages, but that's more basic than on a traditional cruise line because you're going to get your sodas too. So soda, water, tea, you got those. Some people will pay a lot extra just for sodas on board some other cruise lines. Your Wi-Fi, it's included on board Virgin Voyages. So are you gonna pay for Wi-Fi? You're going to already included on Virgin. And your tips are included on Virgin Voyage as well in the fare. So you don't have to worry about whether you're going to pay for those before your cruise on a traditional cruise line or after your cruise. When you take a look at the fare side by side, Virgin Voyages is going to show up as more expensive. But think about the things you're going to want to pay for on either ship. And as they start to add up, your price may start evening out along the way. So don't count Virgin out only because you see one fare. Start to do the math. Or better yet, let me do it for you. If you haven't heard me yet, I'm Craig, travel agent with sellandsoar.com. The one thing we haven't talked about yet is what we did not see on Virgin, and that was kids. I don't have any kids, and we did not think it was going to be a thing for us because we don't really notice the kids on other cruise lines either. But let me tell you, we sure did. We noticed the relaxed atmosphere, the chill vibe on board. We don't know if it was because of us that we didn't notice kids, or if it was because there were so many relaxed parents out there that it made a difference for us. But the energy on board was high, but the vibe was very low-key, very chill at times, and very high energy at other times when it needed to be. And I didn't feel out of place in either of those environments. I could probably take my mom and be next to her, sitting next to her on Virgin Voyages, because it's not as risque as everyone thinks. It's not as, it is exclusive because there's no kids, because it's relaxed, because they include these things that others don't, but it's very welcoming. It's a very friendly atmosphere with high energy and good vibes. You can make your Virgin Voyages cruise the cruise that you want it to be. If you want to dance all night and sleep till noon, do it. If you want to relax and do a little work during the day, there's plugs everywhere. It's like the ship is built for that. People were remote working all day long and then enjoying parties all night long. That's wonderful. You do you. Actually, on other ships, we were on a different cruise line a few months ago and we couldn't find any plugs outside the room to do any remote work or even any of this video work. Definitely Virgin Voyages has set it up so that you get to do you on your cruise. There are big benefits to cruise lines who let you be relaxed if you want to be relaxed, and will match your energy if you want to be high energy the entire time as well. So who's going to love the Virgin Voyages experience more than any other cruiser? I think it's going to be you if you've cruised before on traditional cruise lines. Because when you get on Virgin Voyages cruise, you start to really appreciate the differences. All the things we've talked about the last few minutes, whether it's eating at specialty dining for free, or going to entertainment that's not just sitting down for 45 minutes, or not having a cruise director, but having 12 entertainers and artists taking care of you in the happenings cast. You're going to really appreciate everything that makes cruising with Virgin Voyages different. And I think you're going to love it. Was I too old? Was I too boring? No, I wasn't. I had a great time on Virgin Voyages cruise. I think you will too. So remember to like and subscribe if this video was helpful for you in checking out Virgin Voyages cruise. Remember, you can check out my other videos because just this year we're going to be on Carnival, Virgin, Celebrity, Royal Caribbean, and Princess in Alaska later on this year. We're going to let you know all about it. Be sure to click that blue bell so you can be notified when you have more videos from me. Thanks so much for joining today, and we'll see you on your next adventure.